Today I'd like to talk to you a little bit about when you can challenge a will. The law generally is committed to upholding the final wishes of a person as expressed in his or her will. The law will presume that the will accurately reflects the wishes of the deceased. However, there are certain circumstances where a will can be challenged. If you are dependent upon the deceased at the time of his or her death, and you are not mentioned in the will, you can apply to the court for relief. The definition of dependency is much broader than simply being supplied with food or lodging. In determining dependency, the court will take into account legal obligations that would have been imposed on the deceased had the question arisen during his or her lifetime, and what moral obligations arise between the deceased and his or her dependents as a result of society's expectation, or what a judicious person would do in the circumstances. A dependency claim goes well beyond what is included in the will. By that I mean the assets in the will. A dependency claim will look into joint bank accounts, joint property, and designated funds via life insurance or RSPs or other vehicles. Another ground for challenging the will is determining whether there was undue influence or a lack of mental capacity of the deceased at the time that he made the will. A fairly simple way to determine capacity is to get the medical records of the deceased for the last year or so prior to his death. Court rules allow any person who appears to have a financial interest in an estate to apply for directions from a court. It is fairly simple to get a court to order the production of medical records. In most cases, those medical records will disclose whether the deceased had mental capacity at the time of his death. There are other grounds for challenging a will, and the lawyers at our firm would be pleased to discuss them with you. Please visit our website to learn more about what we can offer you. We also have a section on frequently asked questions where you will find further information about this subject.